on Millennium 2000.
My name is Norio Hayakawa. I'm convinced that a secret international cabal will stage a fake extraterrestrial type of an event or threat, artificial threat, creating worldwide panic in order to bring about a new world order upon the ashes of American sovereignty.
July 10th, 1992, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm with Michael Von Matinsky, alias Mafia Mike. Michael, you used to listen to Radio Free America in Anchorage. You came on as a guest. We became friends. You were highly involved in politics. You had an interest in this particular subject, and well, tell me the story. How did it all start?
Well, originally I'm from California, Southern California, as you know, Anthony. I'd moved to Alaska. I'd spent about 14 years in Alaska. And I've always had an interest in aerial phenomena, unidentified flying objects. The night we were on your show together, I think we'd spoken about that before the show. My interest in UFOs, governmental conspiracies, governmental cover-ups, and politics in general. That's pretty much how we met.
How long do you think it's going to be before they make the announcement that we've had contact with outer space and the Gulford? What?
Never.
You don't think so?
No. I used to think so. I used to think they were getting us prepared, but I have no doubt now that they never intended to, and I fully agree with them. Now, 5, 6, 7 years ago, you know, I was going on the lecture, hey, you gotta listen to this, you gotta see what's going on. Now, I know they were right. I mean, mankind is not and will never be ready for this kind of information. Sure, it's interesting for you and me and you know, a very small segment of society, and it's tremendously interesting, but no way should the public ever be told about this.
What do you think would happen if they were?
It would probably cause problems that the governments of the world are not equipped to handle. The basic issue is religion.
John, how many world records did you hold? 17?
17.
17.
They've all been broken. Most of them have been broken because of the new airplanes that have come out.
Yeah. I'm hearing rumors at Area 51 that there's at least one live alien living there.
There definitely is one live alien, regardless of what Bob says today. We're talking about Bob Lazar. During December and January, December of 1988, January of 1989, when he was working out there, he sat right in that chair whenever he'd come back from the test site, and he'd tell me what he saw. And I'll never forget the January of 1989. I was sitting at that desk writing out checks, and he comes in and he said, John, you'll never know what it's like to see your first alien.
Today on Millennium 2000, we talk of the Panic Project. Is there such a plan to control the people of the world by putting them into a panic so that they would surrender their sovereignty to a new world order with the threat of some sort of alien existence? Is the media controlled? Yes. Is the publications that you read controlled? Yes. For the most part, that's true. But today we're going to have a different look at this problem with Norio Hayakawa, the Southwest Regional Director of the Civilian Intelligence Network. Norio, is there such a plan to panic the population of the Earth and have them surrender their sovereignty to a new world order?
Yes, there is a worldwide staging of an event to create an external threat, thus plunging the world into acceptance of the new world order.
Well, we talk about Area 51, and you're the expert on that subject. There's even a book out now called Area 51, A Viewer's Guide by Glenn Campbell. And this came about as a direct result of your prior investigation, which brought to the attention of the people of the world this particular base. In fact, we take a look at Popular Science, secret air base the government doesn't want you to know. This is where they tested the U-2, the SR-71, the Blackbird, the Aurora, the F-117. This has been going on for a period of time, and they are currently testing anti-gravitational flying discs, what most people would call UFOs, unidentified flying objects. But aren't these terrestrial?
Well, for the most part, I think that from what we have uncovered, these are terrestrial crafts and are being produced and are being tested to present a simulation of being extraterrestrial vehicles.
So in other words, the people who manipulate the media are interested in getting us suckered in or conned into thinking that there will be some sort of invasion from space. I mean, H.G. Wells did this with War of the Worlds in 1939. Some people actually went out and committed suicide. And if we were to find on the news some night a picture of an alien, or there was some sort of real flying saucer footage, I mean, approved by the government, and they said, well, we have had contact from outer space, we must dissolve this thing called nationhood, and we must accept a global government upon the ashes of all national sovereignty, they would go, the people would go for it.
No question about it. There will come a day, and I think the day is approaching, whereon they will make such an announcement, and it will be a great mistake to believe such an announcement, should that announcement come, because this whole thing is a brilliant deception, what I call a grand deception.
Well, we talk about the Illuminati. I produced some records years ago on the Illuminati, the Council on Foreign Relations at 58 East 68th Street, New York City. This group has been directing our thoughts, they've been directing our politics for years, and they have been directing the events up at Area 51 in Nevada. This is about 120 miles north of Las Vegas, and we went together up there into the Tikaboo Valley and took a look at flying saucers, or the craft that would go Mach 10 or 12, and it would simply shoot across the sky and stop, and then shoot straight up. These are not conventional aircraft.
These are not conventional aircraft, Anthony. These are the result of many, many years of research and development by the military, by the use of the aerospace industry.
Now, the aerospace industry we're talking about Northrop, and they've got a facility out here in Tehachapi.
Yes, in California there are secret bases where they are testing the parts to assemble these types of new crafts that resemble a typical flying saucer. Northrop, McDonnell Douglas, Lockheed, all these companies.
Now, McDonnell Douglas has a base over here in Llano.
In Llano.
They've got about a 3 or 4 story building that moves on wheels, on tracks.
To cover the object that are being placed on the top of these 70 to 80 feet tall pylons.
It looks like a Lexus hood ornament.
That's right. And we're also talking about the secret Lockheed facilities in outside of Helendale, California, where they have a huge opening to an underground facility. And there are some strange metallic objects being placed on top of these pylons.
Now they have these triangles, or I guess like diamond-shaped patterns on the middle of what appears to be a runway.
Yes.
And these diamond-shaped designs open up into silos, and from these silos come the craft that are that
Yes.
are being tested and
These-
they're flown out of there.
Yes, these are almond-shaped crafts. Some of them are triangular. Most of them are almond-shaped or diamond-shaped crafts.
Like the Black Manta?
That's right, but Black Manta is more triangular. Now, we're talking about metallic crafts that slowly appear from underground, being placed on a 70-foot tall metallic pylon, what we call a pylon, and they appear from underground, and then when they get to the fullest level, which is about 70 feet above the ground, still being placed on top of the pylon, then they test the radar absorption of that object.
These facilities are not built above ground, they are built below ground, like the place in Tehachapi, I believe it's called the Anthill. The Anthill, now 29 levels down, is that it?
Yes, this anthill, this Northrop facility, California, not Nevada. We're talking about two different things. We're talking about separate facilities, but they are doing the same thing. The facilities in California are producing things, and they are shipping to Nevada, to Area 51, where they actually fly these things. Groom Lake facility is basically the Deep Black Project programs, but we believe that south of Groom Lake, about 10 miles south, is another dry lake called Papoose Lake. And this is where we believe that higher technology, higher than the Black Project program, is being conducted.
We're
such
talking
as
about
the
above top secret, and
That's
you
right.
can take a look at the map here
That's
and,
right.
and see this. Are we going to be having hell on earth if these people succeed?
Well, we're heading towards that direction, no question about it. And where it's going to start is, without question in my mind, Area 51, the Groom Lake S4 complexes located in the remote part of Nevada. And this is where the nation's leading edge technology is all concentrated. Aerodynamics, the amazing revolutionary type of aerodynamic propulsion systems, the medical technology. McDonnell Douglas also announced just about 10 years ago that they have come up with a new type of suit. The helmets for select pilots, suit and the helmets in which the pilot can withstand multi-G forces. These suits are filled with liquid. It was when space astronauts in the shuttle, they go up there, they have to withstand at least, 3, 4, 5 Gs, and without these suits, everybody will be crushed to death with the force of gravity.
The technology is explained in this piece by Bob Lazar, excerpts from the government Bible. Lazar is supposed to have worked over in Area 51 and actually did reverse engineering on a craft that he said was alien. In fact, he said there's 7 or 8 or 9 different craft over there. How do you explain that?
Well, again, considering the fact that there is a manipulation process going on, it's probable that Mr. Lazar and other select scientists were called in to this part of Nevada to go through this program of anti-gravitational research or antimatter research, but we have no absolute evidence that the alien entities are involved at all. In fact, maybe the whole thing could be a brilliant manipulation. In other words, possibly these scientists could be shown some things that look like alien craft, but which may not be at all.
From Las Vegas.